Hello everyone. Now I know I'm a bit late to the party, but since everyone seems to be staying indoors at the minute, including me, I thought that it would be a good idea to film my long overdue overall thoughts on Series 12 of Doctor Who. Now if you are a fan of the channel, then you know that I've been doing weekly live streams every Sunday. Because of that, you know what I thought of each episode, roughly. But what I've not spoken about is what I thought of the series on a whole. I'd compare my enjoyment of Series 12 of Doctor Who to my enjoyment of Series 10 of Doctor Who. And the reason why I'm comparing those two is because, like Series 11, Series 9 for me, it didn't really click. Like Series 11, Series 9 didn't really leave me feeling excited for Series 10, and Series 11 didn't leave me feeling overly excited for Series 12. However, when Series 10 started, we had the pilot, we had Smile, we had Thin Ice. I instantly started enjoying that series and it really sucked me in. And there were a couple of episodes that I didn't enjoy, but in general, I really loved that series. And I'd say that my enjoyment of Series 12 was very similar to that. I didn't mind Series 11. Realistically, the only two episodes that I really enjoyed, I would say, were The Woman Who Fell to Earth and Rosa, and those are probably the only two that I would go out of my way to watch again if I had the choice of the whole of New Who. However, when Series 12 started, I kind of went into it with an open mind, and it blew me away. I didn't expect it to be as much of an improvement over Series 11 as it was, and it kind of carried on from there. Yeah, there were a few duds, but there always is. I sat back and enjoyed Spyfall Part 1, and I particularly remember obviously the Master reveal at the end, which completely caught me off guard and left me on the edge of my seat for the second part of Spyfall. The surprises were another strength of Series 12. Obviously we had the Master in episode 1, we had Captain Jack and the fugitive Doctor all being revealed, and nobody knew about that before the episode aired. If you watched any of my live streams throughout Series 12, you will see that I was incredibly excited when stuff like that happened. And I think that the people in the chat as well, talking to me whilst I was live, were really excited as well. And that's what led to, I think, the majority of the fans thoroughly enjoying Series 12 because of those surprises, because you were on the edge of your seat, you didn't know what was going to happen. I know some people have said that these surprises were just written in to generate excitement, they don't further the story, stuff like that, which I do get. I get where you're coming from with that, and I think there is an argument there. However, what I would say is that I can only compare something like that Master reveal to something like when the 10th Doctor was shot by a Dalek at the end of The Stolen Earth. That level excitement was what I felt for that. And I mean, you could argue that something like that could have been done to generate excitement for the show. And I guess it's a showrunner's job, really, among writing, to generate excitement. So I guess it kind of does it. I get where people are coming from when they say that, but I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. I also think Chris Chibnall learning from his mistakes deserves a mention. In Series 11, there were obvious weaknesses. The writing quality wasn't great at times. The companions were given little to no development. However, credit where it's due, a lot of that stuff was corrected. I think Jodie is another massive strength of Series 12. I think she smashed it. And I personally hope, because of the reduced episodes count, I hope that she will stay on till Series 14. And there were good concepts in Series 12 as well. The lone Cyberman being one, the fact that the Master destroyed Gallifrey being another one. Now don't get me wrong, there were problems with Series 12. In my opinion, I agree with people who say there is still far too much exposition. One moment comes to mind in the haunting of Villa Diodati, where this lone Cyberman gets struck by lightning and suddenly the Doctor just takes 10 seconds to talk about what's happening when we can see it. It's literally there in front of us. We can see that he is absorbing the lightning. It is an interesting argument, and I have thought about this, that possibly our positive reaction to Series 12 is simply because Series 11 was so poor. I mean, like I say, I didn't mind Series 11, but could it be the case that because Series 11 wasn't up to scratch with what you'd consider really, really top tier Doctor Who, maybe Series 12 is just average, and because it followed Series 11, maybe that's what makes it look so good. I don't know about that. It's a good argument, it's a valid argument. I think, in my opinion, I would still say there are plenty of series of the show which are better than Series 12, but I wouldn't say it's right down the bottom. So I don't know about that, but I thought it's an interesting point which I wanted to mention. On to the most controversial part of Series 11, the Timeless Child. Something that intrigued the whole fandom from Jodie's second episode. I always thought it was just a throwaway line, but it turned out to not be, and it turned out to be a much larger thing, which was the whole plot, basically, of Series 12. At the end of Series 12, it was revealed that the Timeless Child was the Doctor. The Doctor isn't actually a Gallifreyan. She came from a different planet, which makes her, in my opinion, no longer just a traveller, just the Time Lord that ran away. And I know people have had arguments about this online. I've seen people making the point that technically she did still run away from Gallifrey. Technically she had her mind wiped, so when she was the first Doctor, she didn't know about any of that stuff. She still did become a rogue Time Lord, essentially. But I don't know, I agree with some other YouTubers which I've watched and listened to, where they've been speaking about the fact that it kind of makes her into a bit of a god. And I don't know. I just don't know about that. I'm still on the fence about it, to be honest with you. I can get over it. I can move on and I can carry on with the show and I can not think about it again. But it's always going to be there in the back of your mind. And I don't know whether I prefer them to do more with it or not. But the problem is, if they don't do more with it, and if Series 13 just carries on like normal Doctor Who and it's never mentioned again, then it seems a bit pointless, and they've made a big deal out of it for nothing. And I don't know whether I like that either. It's a really interesting concept. I would have loved them to do something more with it, for it to become an enemy of the Doctor, something like Chris Chibnall's standout enemy. Each showrunner has one, and that would have been cool. It would have also been cool if it was maybe the Master, and the reason that he's so crazy is because he was experimented on as a child, and all of that torment happened to him when he was younger. But I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what they'll do with it. It does somewhat feel that they put it in there just so that the trailers could say, you'll never guess what's going to happen next, everything's going to change, etc, etc. I mean, it's bold. I'll give it to Chibnall. It's bold and it's ballsy. But is it good? I don't know. I think overall, Series 12 was a leap in the right direction. Not just a step in the right direction, a leap. Series 12 was so much better than Series 11. More so than I could ever have imagined. I was cautiously optimistic before Series 12, but it blew it out of the park for me. I thoroughly enjoyed most episodes. The stories were so much better, the companions were so much better developed. There's still problems, don't get me wrong. I'm not a massive fan of Ryan, I'll be honest. I like Graham, but I think maybe it's time to go. I do like Yaz. I think Yaz is probably the one character that they could add more development to. I really, really liked it. I'll be honest, I really, really liked it. After Series 11 left me feeling underwhelmed, Series 12 won me over. And I loved the unpredictability of it. And it does make me excited for Series 13. So I think that's a good thing. And I think you can only judge it on that. I think a lot of people look too deep into it. And realistically, what I tried to do for Series 12 was sit down, watch every week's episode, and just keep an open mind and just watch it, see whether I enjoyed it or not. And I think for the majority of the time I did. I just wanted to film a short video. Obviously times are weird at the minute. People are going to be stuck inside. I thought it was a good opportunity for me to upload something that you can watch and that I can do whilst I'm stuck inside all day. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you're looking forward to other videos to do with Doctor Who or anything else, then please do subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed this particular video, then please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of Series 12 on a whole. Now, I know a lot of the people who've been watching my live streams every week, I know what you thought for every episode. But what did you think on the series? If you're watching this, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you thought as well. If you've got any other suggestions for any other Doctor Who related videos as well, I'll be more than happy to spend my time filming them since I am stuck inside. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully I'll see you soon with another video. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.